Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you talk about a dream job. My guest's name is Dream, and he helps entrepreneurs take their game to the next level. You'll hear his incredible journey next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
So as you saw, I've been an entrepreneur for now 16 years, but entrepreneurs have blind spots, and sometimes they bring in a coach. Just if you were wanting to get in shape for an Olympic event, you'd probably hire a coach to get you in shape. If you're an entrepreneur, you do have blind spots, and you need to bring in somebody who can help you get to that next level. That describes perfectly my next guest. Dream is in the studio. You have Oprah, you have Madonna, and you have Dream.
Hey, man, in the flesh.
In the flesh. He's the first guest on the Jeff Crilley Show with just one name on the screen, and you're with Dream Motivates. So I want to hear a little bit about your journey. How did you start this thing?
I was a party promoter. So matter of fact, I made a living off of throwing parties. Like if I didn't throw a party, I didn't eat.
Oh, wow.
And my very first party was a situation where I didn't know. I was broke. I didn't have no money. I had to borrow people's money, and a guy gave me a shot at a bowling alley, and it was called a lock-in. He charged me $500. I could only do it on a Sunday, so it had to be like the Memorial Day weekend, so we didn't have to go to school the next day. And I drew these flyers out. I went to the print shop at the high school, at Skyline High School. I graduated from Skyline. And I printed up like 1,000 of those things, and I just started passing out, hoping people come. And I had a friend named Rashad, and his mother picked us up. She asked me, did I have change? I said, of course, I don't even have $1. She said, well, I'm bringing this bag of money for change. It was like $200. She said, she's going to take care of the money. And on our way there, it's like the longest 6-minute ride in my life. I'm about to be embarrassed. I don't know if nobody's coming.
Right.
I had to pay these people. I don't know if they're going to start coming, And I pull up, and I didn't even want to look up. And Brother Rashad was like, bro, look up. And I looked up, and Jeff, it was a line wrapped around the building, bro.
Wow.
My life changed that day.
God,
so
smiling.
I get out the car. I got on all Rashad's clothes. He let me borrow. He had a Bulls jersey. So Michael Jordan, had to have that on. I had on his shoes. I wore a size 10.5. He wears 11. So the shoes are way bigger than I was supposed to. But yeah, I played it. I'll put extra socks on. I walked up, and the girls were shouting my name.
Wow.
Like, hey, we here. We told you we was coming. And I walked in. So we charged $20. So this is at 11 p.m. The door shut at 12. Charged $20 at the door, and I just went in and had a good time. They shut the doors at 12:05, locked it, secured the kids in there. We had a great time. Rashad's mom pulled me to the side. She said, you need to step into this office. Stepped into the office, and she said, you know how to do math, right? I said, yes, ma'am. Your life changed today. She said, you had 845 people here today.
At $20 a pop.
Yeah, and that was the time. That's when I learned what my gift was.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and from there on, it took marketing to do that.
Well, you also have another gift, and we've known each other for about a week and a half now. I mean, I feel like you're one of my best friends, but you have the ability to get on somebody's planet. So you zone into the person you're talking to.
Yes.
You've done that with me brilliantly. When you meet an entrepreneur for the first time, somebody who might hire you, Tell me about like zoning in on what their story is and how you can help them.
It's one of my favorite. I don't know if you're an X-Men guy. I'm an X-Men
sure.
dude. I love X-Men. You like X-Men?
Yeah.
So on X-Men, I always ask people who is their favorite X-Men. Like, what's the most powerful X-Men? And I don't know if do you know about X-Men?
I
bit.
can't name all of them.
So there's this one guy. He's in a wheelchair. His name's Professor X.
Okay.
So Professor X has the superpower and ability to call upon other mutants or people that have superpowers. But the thing about this, the people that come to Professor X, they have the superpower, but they don't know how to use it. So one guy can blow people over his eyes, right? And Professor X gave him some goggles that he can actually concentrate and hit a target. You know, you got Wolverine that he gets mad and he slices them, which is a lot of people's favorite. I feel like that's kind of like what I do, even with you. You know, you're like maybe Magneto.
Okay.
Magneto had everything metal, and he attracted. He could control anything that was metal. So you attract people.
Oh, thank you.
You're very like what you have set up here. It attracts people to you.
Thank
you. You know what I mean? And you're able to help people on their journey, like I am. That's why I feel like our spirits probably met before we did.
Amen.
And that I listen to what they need. And your gift, here's an equation for your gift.
Okay.
Your gift is what comes easy to you, but harder for most.
That's really powerful.
That's your gift.
Sorry to
like what you do every day is nothing, right? I guarantee you can't duplicate that.
Wow. Okay, if you're watching at home, write that down.
Yeah, your gift is what comes easy to you, but harder for most. What can you do that is just like somebody that plays the piano without looking? That's crazy, right? But that's their gift. That's not your gift. What is your gift?
Right.
And then we need to triple down on our gifts. Stop trying to do stuff that you're not gifted in.
Yes.
Do something that you will feel like, man, this is why I'm here.
Amen.
And a lot of people go home to glory and they exist. They don't live. You're living right now. You're doing everything you want to do.
Well, I feel fully alive with you because you bring that out in people. We're going to show your website, and as we scroll down the website, I want you to talk about the kinds of entrepreneurs that you like to work with.
Oh man, listen, I love the underdog, the one that got counted out. I love high executioners, somebody that is not afraid to just get started. There's never going to be a perfect day to get started. Just like if you have children, right?
Sure.
I guarantee your first child, it wasn't a perfect time to have that child, but you had that child, and hopefully that child is beautiful and it's amazing right now.
Yes.
It's vibrant. But guess what? That day, if you would have picked that day, it probably wasn't going to be a perfect day.
Right.
But that child is beautiful. And that's what people's businesses are. They have to just get started.
Yes.
And I love people that are not afraid. I'm a God-fearing man.
Me too.
And, you got to trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not to thine own understanding. That means you can't worry about it. You got to trust him with all your heart.
Wow.
Don't try to figure it out. Let God do that. You just got to get started.
Okay, so as we're taping this right now, it's Mother's Day weekend, and you shared a photo with us we're going to put on the screen.
Yeah.
This is you and your mom.
Yeah.
And you lost your mom in 2013.
Yeah, 2013.
Tell me about your mom.
Just super mom. Like, my mother was just mom. So, she really stayed home. She was a housewife. She really just nurtured us. This was always just the sweetest person. And she was just a great spirit. And she would listen. She would always have encouraging words to say. And out of any woman that I've ever met, I'm supposed to say this about my mom, but it's like, man, you're just so amazingly sweet. I don't think I've ever seen my mom just like in a rage or mad, or just a real cool person. She was like my best friend.
You lost your mom to cancer?
Yeah.
But you think about her every day, don't you?
Every day.
What kind of conversations do you have with your mom?
I ask her what to do. I ask her which way I should go. I asked her the other day about you.
Thank you.
I said, what you think about Jeff? And I didn't, you know what? When I asked her about you, I didn't hear her. I heard her do this. I just seen her do this.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah. It was like about time. You know, obviously that the universe has to, you know, God, it's all in God's time. And we want it like in a microwave. We want it done right now, but it's more of a slow roast. Sometimes it's more appreciated.
Well, as long as we're on mothers, you have a wildly popular podcast. You have a beautiful studio that you've set up. And you did an interview recently that had to do with somebody's mom. So let's go ahead and roll that clip.
I mean, you know why I say that? Because I wish my mom did it for me.
No, I'm really
like,
tearing up over
I
here.
would play that video every day.
I mean,
like,
you want to
man,
know
I
what's
wish somebody
funny?
had it.
I used to, and I need to start it back. When my boys were younger, I created them an email address.
Wow.
And what I did was I would send all the pictures I took of them, all the videos. I would email them from my email address. And it's making me emotional. I would email them from my email address. And I would just pretty much talk to them. So, damn.
It's real because at the end of the day, I always wish there was something I could tell, like my mom.
You being present and you actually being able to tune into her energy and know when to talk and know when to listen. Yeah. Have you always been a gifted communicator? Is that a skill that...
Yeah, I don't talk until I hear it. Sometimes I don't say anything. It's not meant for you to always talk and talk. The best communicator, in my opinion, is always to listen first, because you're assessing the situation immediately.
Yes.
People that are hurt, they need immediate action. They don't need you to put them on a shelf. They need help right now. So, shout out to Taylor Simone. That was my sister, man. She's an amazing entrepreneur, just helping her. But there's a lot of mothers out there that need it. I was featured on Fox 4 News for Give Away a Car. And that could have went bad because I didn't know Fox 4 News was coming up on me that day, but we gave away a car to a single mother. And I have a heart for entrepreneurs, but, my mother was a single mother, you know what I'm saying? And she put me up for adoption, but she got me back in her life with my stepfather. But I'm always amazed at the underdog. I love Rocky.
Yes, me too.
Rocky just was the underdog, and he just got hit and hit and hit, but he never gave up. He kept going. He wiped the blood off and just got back in the ring. And that's what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
That's what you're doing, man. You rebuilding, you're doing what you do, and kudos to you, brother. This is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we have about 2 minutes left, and I want to spend the last 2 minutes with you giving advice to others who are watching. Sometimes their parent is with them, sometimes they're not. The relationship between a child and a parent is special. Sometimes it's the mom, sometimes it's the dad, sometimes it's both. What is your advice to the person watching at home who either their relationship with their parent is broken and needs to be healed while they still have a chance to repair it, or the person who already lost their parent and wants to keep a relationship with a parent who has gone on to heaven? Yeah, listen,
I have an iPhone, and I don't know what type of phone you have, but sometimes it gets jammed up. The phone, for whatever reason, it's jammed up, and the only real way to fix that is to actually press the reset button. So with the iPhone, you got to do 2 fingers, and it actually resets, and then it'll come back on and it's functioning again. And I think that's what we're going to have to do with our life, because at the end of the day, this life is very short, and you're going to have to press the reset button. You're literally just going to have to reset. And when I say reset, meaning it doesn't matter what happened back in the day. Really what happens is that we're in the present, and we have control of right now, and we look forward to the future. What happened, that needs to be, you need to let that go. Let whatever happened go. Be strong in forgiveness. Forgive somebody that's going to bless you, and let God fight your battles.
Amen. What a great way to end this broadcast. Thank you so much for
Appreciate you having me,
sharing
brother.
your journey with us. We're going to end with his website, which is dreammotivates.com. The Great Dream. Thanks for coming on the show.
Appreciate you, Jeff. Thank you for
bet.
having me.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.